Okay, well, this is the third time I've tried to make this video, so hopefully I can get it right. This is a video of how to at least double, if not triple, your flight times. And I will show you how I was able to achieve. Today, I was able to achieve with a 2200 milliamp hour battery, 15 minutes, and about 28 seconds. And this was normal flying. I had taken it to a field, flew around. I have all the video, except when I went really high. And it's really not hard to get the full potential out of your DJI. Now, out of the box, you're going to get about 5, maybe 10 minute flight times. That's because the onboard computer is not calibrated to the batteries, and I have the tool for that. I'll show you. And that's a lot. I'd probably say 75% of what you gain is through the computer and setting the parameters differently, but also propellers. These are the stock propellers. They're not very significant at all. I bought mine secondhand from my friend. He had nothing but problems with the FC-40. So, the most recent one he crashed, and 3 of the arms broke off. And then he took it back because something was wrong with the flight software or something. So they completely replaced it, but he had to keep his propellers. So the propellers that I got were already all dinged up, and I could literally hear the transmitter, the little transmitter receivers rattling, and I could see it just vibrating in midair. So I got very jello-y video, but I got 2 batteries. This one died. This was his oldest battery, so this one died, I think. I don't know yet. I'm gonna put a new terminal, a new connector on it, and see if all 3 cells are still working. And this is the other battery that I got with it. The main tool you will need to calibrate it is you will need a laptop to connect your Phantom and what is called a lipo checker or lipo meter. You plug it in, and like mine, it also equalizes all the cells. All of mine are reading 4.21. So 4.21 3 times is 12.63. So with a battery plugged in, you only have to do this with 1 battery because it'll read every battery the same once you get it calibrated. And then you move to your computer and open the NASA Assistant. Go to Advanced, Voltage, Current Voltage, Calibration. Okay. So right now it's saying 12.66. We plug in the meter and we see what we're doing, and it is reading 4.6 dead on. So that is actually pretty close. Yeah, 12.6. So after you type it in, you press OK. Usually you will see that DJI, the stock setting is like 12.5. So adding just that little bit will really, and then you have to, the main thing you have to remember is all three cells, each of them can only go down to 3.2 apiece. So the lowest you would ever want to go is 9.6. I recommend 3.5, so that will be 10.5. So as soon as my DJI Phantom reads 10.6 volts, it lands. 10.7 is when it starts telling me that it's getting low. Now, the other way that I was able to achieve the 15-minute flight times is I got rid of the stock propellers. These are just 8-inch propellers. Not very significant at all. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between the ones they created for the Vision and the Vision 2 against the FC-40. That is a size comparison. Significantly larger, much more surface area. Not this, the stock FC-40 blades has an extreme cut into has an extreme angle, and it's not as bad on this, but it's just more surface area. So I installed these all the way around, and just to let you know, they will fit. With these, you can put your hand through where they are. With this, you can't even put a finger. So that really made it steady, and just the surface area gave me so much more flight time. But the main thing if I would suggest anything to better your flight time, buy a lipo checker. This is a lipo checker and equalizer. This one will equalize each cell to the lowest cell, and then you can charge it back up and they will be completely balanced. Another thing I strongly recommend getting, I can't remember where my stock, I know where it's at, but I'm not going to get it. I really recommend getting a better charger, because the stock charger, no matter what you set it at, is always charging at 1.8 amps. You can change the wattage with the 1, 2, and 3, but it's never more than 1.8 amps. So I bought a Dynamite Profit Sport Lipo. It's completely digital. It has, and to charge it with the regular one, you have to plug in the output and the balance leads. With this, all you have to do is plug in the balance leads to the front, and then you'll set what amperage you want it to charge at, and then you hold it down and it starts charging. So it doesn't automatically charge, and when it's done it will stop. And it has a lot of safety features. And lastly, better batteries. Eventually you're going to kill a cell, and you really don't want to do it while you're flying, because it'll just tumble out of the air and God knows what kind of damage you'll do to your craft. So go ahead and, if you can, upgrade your batteries, because they're not expensive. The ones I got are Venom. Venom, and they're called the Phantom Pack. 2200 milliamp hour, 20C, and it also has a 1C rating. It can be charged at, I believe, 3 amps, so it can be charged faster than the stock, and they do last longer. These last for about 15 minutes. The stock lasts for about 13 and a half, but that's with the propellers. I mean, I did. The next thing I'm going to be doing is replacing each electronic speed controller to make sure they're still good ones, and replacing the motors. I'll probably replace the motors first, and then the ESCs. I'm going to get the anti-gravity and put those on. Because that's one thing I'm worried about, is I know eventually one of these motors is going to go out. When and where it's going to happen is what I'm always worried about. But I will say this, DJI, I applaud you on not only making a very amazing craft that flies great. I had the AR Drone 2.0, and if it went past 75 degrees, even while it was in the air, if it went past 75 degrees, it would just plummet. This thing, it hasn't crashed once for me, and I have flown it easily 20-30 times. Each time more than 10 minutes. I mean, at first I was only getting 4 or 5 minute flight times, and then I did this, and now one battery gives me the amount of flight time that it used to take 2 batteries. So now I could take 2 batteries along and fly for almost 30 minutes. But I have 3, so if I want, I can go up for 45 minutes. But I don't want to push the motors or the ESCs that hard. So calibrate it, get you some new propellers, and I guarantee at least you'll double your flight time. If you don't double your flight time, you didn't do it right. Peace.